Hey, this is Tyler with T-Jack Survival, and this is Rabbitstick.
Dave Wescott, the owner of Backtracks. We're here at Rabbitstick number 29. Rabbitstick is the original primitive outdoor skills gathering. We've been doing this for a long time now, and we've been able to attract some of the top people in the country to teach for us over the years. We've got probably about 90 staff here this year. But two of the people I got with me today are Dave Holladay and Cody Lundin, who have been two of our longtime staff. Been coming here for years and years and years, and we've depended upon these guys to really provide us with a quality program. So welcome to Rabbitstick, you guys.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
Tell us a little bit of your history here.
Well, my history here is this guy over here and this guy right here are some of my earliest instructors. So back in, 89 or 90 or so, I took a course that was owned at a school that was owned by Dave a long time ago, and Dave Holladay was one of my primary instructors, and that's where I learned about Rabbitstick. And the cool thing about Rabbitstick is that the caliber of the people that are here. So if you come here and train, you get authentic skills. Not a lot of BS here, because people I've known these guys for what? This is the 29th year, right?
29 years.
And I've known them longer than that, potentially. So what I love about Rabbitstick is the longevity of the instruction, the quality of the instruction, and you don't get a lot of BS here, because these people are the real deal. So, right?
Yeah, I'd like to say that when people come thinking they're the only source of knowledge, they last either one time or they drop their bullshit and leave. They come back next year a little more humble, a little bit more realistic. And so we've had a few people who thought they were the only ones that knew something, and they never came back. Most of us have gotten humble and decided maybe we should listen more than talk.
It's been interesting because it's been a pretty ego-free event.
Yeah.
So people come as teachers and students. So some people teach during the day, and they'll take somebody else's class during the day. And to me, that's the enriching thing of the whole thing, is that we're always sharing ideas and learning from one another, rather than somebody claiming to be the source.
Yeah. Well, he's been a wonderful mentor all my life. And one thing he's always said is, he said, teach well enough to create competitors, which he has. And there's lots of programs and lots of people teaching good quality material. But he always says, quote your sources. Mention who it was that taught you. So Cody did exactly that. He said, these people taught me when I was younger and got me started on the path I'm on. So there's so many good people involved in this movement. And I'd like to mention Larry Dean Olson, because he was kind of the grandpa of what I call the white revival of Stone Age skills, for sure. I was mentioning that we were the beginning of the Stone Age skills movement, and this Navajo guy goes, oh, so you guys started all this? And I realized, well, yeah, I mean, we started the white revival in the 60s and 70s. So, yeah, Larry and you guys kept the baton and passed it on to Cody and us.
Which is really interesting, because we were talking earlier this week, and that is, we're kind of seeing the end of a generation. We're seeing people who started in the 60s and 70s are starting to die off now.
Yep.
We've got a whole new generation of people coming in and taking over. That's the beauty of it. The other thing too is that these guys who started off in the 60s and 70s really struggled to give information, and you experimented a lot, and now they've been teaching theirs to the next generation, and they're coming in at such a high level of skill because of the fact they're coming off the shoulders of these people who did all the work originally.
Right. And I think one of the things that troubles me is the people that Dave are talking about, that both Daves are talking about, are fairly unknown, because they don't understand Facebook and YouTube and whatever, and frankly, they don't give a damn. So one of the things I love about Rabbitstick is it promotes the people that were our teachers, and they're not necessarily the ones that have the most hits on YouTube. So beware of the people who are the online experts that have a Facebook page and a YouTube page or whatever. They lack everything but usually ethics and field experience. So when you come here to this gathering, which is the oldest gathering, you're going to, they're like the grandparents of us all. And I think, like Dave Holladay said, it's like back in time, I can't imagine an indigenous person that didn't credit the person that taught them how to hunt that jaguar or whatever they were doing. And here you have this lineage where I think sometimes people don't BS because they can't. Because everyone was present when what was going on. So everyone kind of keeps each other in check. And that's wonderful, because it's easy to hide away with the computer in someone's basement and do movies in your backyard and be the god of survival. Because the people that I trained from, these guys, Wescott, so many others, they really just love the skills for the skills, and they were never really in it to make a bunch of money, principally. We all have businesses and we all want to make an income and a living, but it was just the pure love of the skills that inspired me. And like Morris Kohansky once told me, cocky people die. So I wish that was more true, frankly. But I really appreciate Rabbitstick. I feel like I grew up here, and the skills I learned here and from some of the instructors I met here allowed me to go on TV later with an authenticity I would never have had unless I'd have been able to train, and a grounding I never would have had. Because when you go on TV, then you have to check your own ego. And that becomes really interesting, a really interesting dynamic. But if you've been doing this and in the field for years and years and years, I think it's harder to get blown out of proportion by Hollywood and the media. And that's what I've seen from some of the core instructors here.
Yeah, we've been contacted over and over again by production companies that want to come and kind of cherry pick people out of this field. And people have done it, and they've done well with it. But my caution to them is, if you come here, what you see is what you get, and that is some of the best instruction and some of the best skill level that you're going to find any place in the country. And don't squander that opportunity by coming up with some fake authenticity, to make them look not like they are. The real deal is exciting enough.
I got so excited when I was offered that opportunity, and it was a total letdown from day one. They said something exciting, and then they told you what they're really going to do, and then a week later they told you what they were really going to do, and then a month later they showed you what they were really going to do, and it was like, oh, so you lied to me about lying to me about lying to me. Wow, we spend our lives trying to get integrity, trying to show the truth, try the best teachings we can, and your response is, well, could you be a lot less adjective and say more stuff like, dude, that was sketchy. I mean, it got to where I just almost wanted to. I said, wow, these people don't know how to tell the truth, do they? One time when my mic was on, I forgot to turn my little, mic off, and I watched everybody's heart drop. Like, well, yeah. So reality TV has no reality in it most of the time. And it's kind of sad, because we have something really good and real to offer, and it's as if they can't handle the truth. They can't handle reality. And so I say, if you want the real thing, go find a good teacher and learn. And come to Rabbitstick if you want to find out who the teachers are. Exactly. Because you'd have to pay a whole lot of money just to get the bus fare or the car fare or the gas or the plane fare to meet all these people on their own turf. So I don't know how much it would cost. It would be thousands of bucks in transportation costs just to meet who's here today.
And that was the original idea, was we wanted our instructors to see the best. And so rather than sending our instructors all over the country, we brought the best we could find here.
And you used to say, like, I don't want to travel all over. I want them to come visit me.
And
did it.
And it worked, But the same time, though, those people benefit from the exact same experience.
Yes, exactly. Everybody.
They get to see everybody else without having to go to everybody else's schools. So to me, it's because we've had a national presence for so long. It's given us an opportunity to see a lot of what's out there in a very short period of time.
The quality of our lives has improved from meeting each other.
Immensely.
Us three and everybody else that you name out there. We're all better off for having met each other.
And at the end of the day, please realize that survival skills deal with people's safety. They deal with real people and real safety concerns. And if you have a television show that have producers that have no outdoor survival experience, that have executives that have no outdoor survival experience, that have cameramen and sometimes and usually hosts that have no outdoor survival experience, you're going to have a crappy survival show that's dangerous. The context is dangerous, and it can and has killed people.
Killing people.
So to learn outdoor survival skills, shut off the TV, go outside, go to a place like Rabbitstick and learn from people that have had their feet on the earth for a lot longer than other networks have been trying to portray what we do.
there's very little talking here. It's a hands-on learning experience. So it's project-based, it's skill-based, there's hands-on mentoring that can really increase your skill level immensely in a short period of time.
Those are my favorite days, is when it's really quiet and you look around and everybody's making
Got their noses down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for those that don't know about Rabbitstick, when does it happen? Where does it happen, etc.?
Yeah.
It's always the third week of September here in Rexburg, Idaho. We've been on the same site for the last 30 years, and so we've got some consistency here. We've got people that have been returning and teaching for us for 30 years. So yeah, we're here. We do have an online presence, although I spend as little time as there as possible. But because you run a business, you got to do a little
What's
bit of that.
What's the website? How much does it cost?
Okay, so well, we've got a couple of websites. One is the Bulletin of Primitive Technology that we created for 25 years is now not being published anymore, but all of the information that we published on these subjects is available at a place called primitive.org. So you can order all the back issues in order to find out about Rabbitstick. You can go to either BT Primitives or backtracks.net. You can pick up all the information about Rabbitstick.
Okay, what's it run for someone?
$300 for the week, and that includes instruction, your food, your camping, everything. So it's a bargain to be here.
A sweet bargain. It's some of the cheapest training you're going to get with some of the best people you're going to get in North America, so don't miss it.
Yeah, good man. Cody. Day price, yeah.
Yeah, we do have, a lot of people will come for the full week, stay here, live here, do all the projects, but other people can't afford a week, and so we'll have an opportunity for them to come in at $80 a day, and then they can stay here, camp here for a day, eat with us, and then take off. So yeah, we have the opportunity for a shorter commitment as well.
I would like to once again remember those old potato and wheat farmers in Idaho, like Larry Olson and other scoutmasters, and some of those fantasy shows that talked about Tarzan or somebody that got us all kind of inspired. But I'd also like to remember on this continent the people that inspired me, and that's the natives that have already been doing this for all their lives. And so some of them were still alive when I was a kid. And but the ones I didn't meet were the ones that left artifacts in the ground, and I'd pick up something and say, wow, how did they do that? Or I'd go to a museum and wonder, what were people doing that produced this beautiful of an object? What kind of art produced this kind of art? And so I have to thank the people of the prehistory of North America, and then those people who valued it enough to write good books, and good school teachers who taught us how to read. Once in a while, a good TV show, like Tarzan or something, that got us to want to go out and play outside instead of watch more TV.
Or Hazen.
Yeah, Hazen, he's doing it right now, right? And a lot of people are. Yeah. So yeah, getting outside, that's the one common thing I say we all have, is everybody here, no matter where they live or how they live, loves the natural world. And pretty much everybody here loves people, loves honest, hardworking people. So that's our team. They don't have to be a particular type. A lot of I'd say that's a good cross section of who we are as Americans for sure, but we're starting to be a good cross section of people from all over the planet.
Oh yeah, I mean, people ask me all the time, what's your demographic? As a businessman, what is your demographic? I don't know what my demographic is, because we'll have a dumpster diver and a retired dentist camping right next to each other.
And learning to love each other.
Yeah, and spending a week together, learning from each other. So you don't know where the interest is going to come from. It's across the board.
Yeah.
So, but that is the cool thing about it, is that the skills are the common denominator.
Yes. Skills and respect for the planet, the natural world. Yeah.